We're looking at the factors that led to this situation. We also just got an update within the last few hours from Dallas County Judge Clay Jenkins. He sent out some information in a series of tweets. Here's one of them right here. He said this morning he did have a phone call with Encore CEO and senior leadership. The power generation increase ERCOT forecast for last night did not happen. During the call, he says ERCOT demanded an additional 500 megawatts be pulled from transmission, bringing that up to the minute total to 18,500 megawatt shed. Now, to quickly break down what all that means, it means they're actually taking people off the grid to try and better balance how they're supplying the demand, a little more strategic approach to it. They want that shed number to go down, not up. You know how we tell people to do things to winterize their homes, protect their pipes, so on? Well, kind of the reason we're in this situation, our power plants were not winterized for this type of storm. Sunday night, some of the equipment and infrastructure that helps transmit all the power literally froze over and stopped working. It left our power supply about 34,000 megawatts short. Just to give you an idea of how much that is, 1 megawatt can power right around 500 homes. So to make up for it, ERCOT, the organization that oversees energy distribution in the state, they first dipped into the reserves, then they asked large industrial users to voluntarily shut down. That still was not enough to meet the high energy demand from the storm. So the next step were those rotating outages that initially they said would be 15 to 45 minutes. Obviously, that was not the case. They ended up lasting hours, people still dealing with it. So now they're calling it controlled outages, all because our plants weren't winterized. Also, we have a deregulated system in Texas where private companies are the ones that operate the system. Governor Greg Abbott spoke last night by phone and said with state lawmakers currently in the legislative session, that system will get a critical look.
What we have in the state of Texas is a deregulated system where your viewers, they will go out and contract with a power company to provide them power, and that power company will rely upon a power generator to generate that power. And all that is operated through the private sector. And I have no doubt that the Texas legislature, which is in session right now, will be looking at that system to see if it needs some type of backup system to make sure that if power companies do fail in the generation of power, there will be another source of power available for them.
Now, we had rotating outages in 1989 and 2011. After 2011, the Public Utility Commission recommended updating, winterizing these power plants, but it was not mandated. The reason why it was seen as a costly mandate for a weather event that we really only see every 10 to 20 years. Of course, we're in one right now, and that decision seems rather obvious. We have reached out to County Judge Clay Jenkins. We're hoping to hear from him and hear more about his phone call with Encore and how this situation might play out today and the rest of this winter event.